saying hello to all saying hello to all the very fine gardeners here on YouTube, Dad and Dirt. I want to talk today about the transition between summer gardens and your fall garden. So a lot of you have probably gotten into, depending on your zone, you started working on your fall things. I wanted to just have a little conversation today about what my plans are, what I'm looking at, what I'm going to be doing. See, I had some pretty good tomatoes here. These are Grandfather Ashlot. They did really good for me this year. Happy, sad to see them go, but that's what happens between the seasons. Had some giant Marconi peppers. Those did really good for us this year. Had a lot of stuff, onions, all kinds of stuff did really good for us this season. Pulled out the last of my cayenne peppers. See those? Those did really good. Happy with those. So, started preparing my beds, getting all the roots out from last season, um, all the summer roots and stuff like that. You really want to dig into that because you don't want any interference with the roots of your fall, winter plants. Like I said, I do more transitioning to winter. So a lot of these plants will be here during the spring, like coming into the spring. I'll actually be taking them out next year when the spring comes up, just because I keep them covered over the winter time and keep them growing, just to give them time to do. Don't really rush them. So here I started with cabbage. This is a tropical giant. I wanted to try a larger cabbage. I normally do early Jersey cabbages, and I wanted to try something that may come out a little larger, more like what you see in the grocery store. I mean, it's really not. I get a lot of leafy cabbages, but I wanted like some larger heads, so I said I wanted to try this one this year. I get all these from my local supplier, Piedmont Farm and Garden. I've been dealing with those guys for a good little while, and so I really trust them, trust their expertise. They never tell me wrong, so we've built a really good relationship. This is the other cabbage. This is the early Jersey Wakefield. I like this because it doesn't take a lot of time for it to really grow. I think it's also very condition savvy, so it can grow even in um, soggy soil or mildew soil. And so I really like early Jersey. Early Jersey is one of my favorites. I've been growing those for a couple of years. Let's see. Collards. I think these are collards. Oh no, this is broccoli. Okay. So this is Pac-Man broccoli. Now normally I do broccolini because I love to get side shoots. They didn't have my broccolini this year, so we're gonna try this Pac-Man. I'm told that Pac-Man, after the head forms, that it makes a lot of smaller side shoots, and I love side shoots. I eat side shoots all during the fall and the winter. Like I just grab them out and as they come and cut them off and steam them up a little bit and season them, and they're great. It's like one of my things. I eat them like weekly because they come out every week. You get like a harvest of side shoots every week, starting probably in like a month. They're like kind of like the cucumbers of the of the fall winter garden. So this is a Vates collards. So this will be a pretty good sized collard green. I don't worry about having these for Thanksgiving because it's October, and frankly, Thanksgiving is like less than 2 months away. So I don't really. I like to get these for New Year's instead of for Thanksgiving. So I love Vates collards. They get really big. If some of you look on my Facebook page and on the group Facebook page, you'll see I have some pictures on there of how big my collards were last year. I had like a huge head of collards, and some of them actually grew more after I took them out. Like after I cut the main thing off, whatever, it still grew some more collards out of there. So these are very strong, very hardy for the southern region. Um, I Georgia collards have, I want to say maybe they have like a little more of a spike to them. These don't have any of that. I really love this Vates variety of collard green. That's my go-to. Um, it's another thing of Vates collards. Let's see. Got another thing of Pac-Man, so I want to get the side shoots off of that. I don't even think I don't really love like big heads on the broccoli. So I don't even worry about that stuff. I just love side shoots. So I gotta make sure I get enough plants to have good side shoots. So this is something new I'm trying. And if any of you have any advice about them, these are Brussels sprouts. I haven't grown Brussels sprouts before, but I felt like this is something that I'd like to try just to see. Interesting. I used to love eating Brussels sprouts with my grandmother, and so I figured I'd grow some. So she probably loved it. She was still here. Rest in heaven, Grandma, my big mama. And more Brussels sprouts. So yeah, I'm trying them out this year. Sometimes when I try things, they work out. Sometimes they don't, but you never know if you don't try. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing videos. I'm gonna get these in the ground, and then we'll talk about covering and protecting them from the frost here in South Carolina. Some of your northern states is probably a little harder. Takes a little more planning, but here, you really got a couple of times. You try to. These guys are frost hardy. They can deal with frost, but the freeze is what you really worry about when it comes to your late season greens like this. And we really, snow and stuff like that. Maybe we get once or twice a year in South Carolina, so I don't worry about it that much. But so yeah, that's what we're doing. Leave some information in the comments, questions, stuff like that. Put all that down below, and make sure you send friends here to follow us on Dad and the Dirt Garden Fun. And let's get growing as always.